All right, welcome back to the Robinson Curriculum course, and we're wrapping things up. We're almost done with this course. We are going to talk about the rules. That's right, there are some rules to the Robinson Curriculum. If you didn't know about them, I'm going to switch over right now and play for you a video that I made for the Robinson Curriculum YouTube channel, which I recommend you subscribe if you haven't already. And I'm just going to play that for you now. That goes over all the rules, and then let's talk about it. Number 1 is no television in the home. Number 2 is children do not eat sugar. And I'm not talking about just an apple or anything that has natural sugar. I'm talking about added sugar, sugary snacks, sugary drinks, etc. Number 3, formal schoolwork occupies 5 hours each day. Number 4, those 5 hours are the most productive hours of the day, usually early morning, mid-morning, early afternoon. Number 5, the children were taught to read with a phonetic system. Number 6, the books that are selected for the reading list are essential to the curriculum. Number 7 is working about 30 math problems every day. Now, if the lesson is taking longer than 2 hours, maybe it's very difficult for them, then you might want to scale it back to just 15 problems a day. On the other hand, if they're going through it really fast and they're done in maybe less than an hour, then you might consider doing 2 lessons a day. And at this rate, if you start your schooling using this program, your child should be finished with calculus by the age of 15. Number 8, each child writes a 1-page essay per day. Number 9, if they do complete calculus by the age of 19, you can do freshman and sophomore college physics and chemistry. Number 10, no child is allowed to use a computer until the age of 16. Number 11, a rule that the Robinson family had was that the children read whatever interests them from their library. They were very careful to purge whatever they did not think was beneficial to their children. So make sure you have a great collection of books, that you purge out anything you don't want them reading, and then let them read whatever else interests them. Number 13, they would have a family Bible reading time before bedtime. Now, the curriculum does not include a formal Bible study time or formal Bible curriculum, so this is something you would have to implement on your own. Number 14 is very important, and that is what this curriculum does not contain. And I'd like to read a little quote for you now. Each additional subject that is added to the curriculum creates a demand upon the brain's 24 hours of time. If an unnecessary subject is added, it wastes not only the curricular school time, but also a fraction of the extracurricular time. It is therefore important to be very careful not to add unnecessary subjects. So, of course, the Robinson curriculum focuses on reading, writing, and arithmetic. You will not see a lot of these other added subjects. And in summary, the children educate themselves. However, they're self-taught, but with parental discipline. And I'll read you another quote here. Although this approach to education is unusual today, it is much closer to that utilized by many influential Americans of the past. Many of Americans' greatest citizens were largely self-taught. The public schools have not always been with us. Only recently have we had the resources to subject our children to the miracles of modern educational procedures. The principal miracle of the modern American education system is that it can turn out citizens who are more poorly educated than they would have been if they had worked individually with no school whatsoever. So I leave you with those final thoughts. Okay, so let's talk about these rules, because parents have a lot of questions or they have a lot of doubts and they wonder, can they still do this homeschooling curriculum if they don't follow all the rules? Now, of course, like any other curriculum, you can customize it, tweak it, whatever you need to do to make it work for your family. Will you still get the exact same results? I can't tell you that. I don't know. Really, could any 2 families have the same results? What I can tell you, though, is that the results achieved with the Robinson curriculum when it was being developed in that household obviously was a result of those rules. You're going to have great results following this, I think, anyway, but just keep in mind, maybe you're not going to have a child finish calculus at 14 or 15 or taking college credit. You might, I don't know. I'm just explaining to you that these are the rules that came with the program. Also, keep in mind that Dr. Robinson, while he was homeschooling all his children, was a widow. And so you out there as a wife, you're going to have to submit to your husband's wishes for the family, his thoughts and opinions. If he wants to have a TV in the home, if he wants to have a movie night, if he wants to have dessert once or twice a week, maybe even every day, you're going to have to work with and accept his wishes. And I do think that that's very important, that there be harmony in the home. And I think a child is better off where the parents are in harmony and they've come to an agreement and they're consistent, and whatever that agreement is, they're working together and the wife is in submission to her husband, than in a household where there's constant arguing and strife and the mother maybe nagging the husband about the TV usage or sweets in the house or whatever that may be. I really do think that a child is better off in a home with harmony and just doing the best with the structure that they have versus constantly trying to improve things for the sake of the program at the cost of the relationship, at the cost of a peaceful home. Some helpful suggestions, something we do ourselves, is having kind of like a basket of games that are fun for dad. And so instead of watching the TV, they can play a game. Just kind of have it out open in a location that it's easy for them to see and grab and play some games with the kids. My husband's really great at that, just playing games with the kids. He's the fun parent. And if there is a TV in the home, obviously try to come to an agreement about boundaries and filtering and things like that. But it doesn't mean that you're just doomed with the Robinson curriculum if you don't ban all electronics because maybe you're using a Kindle or there's a TV in the home or you put maple syrup on your pancakes. No, I think this program is fantastic enough that as long as you have good discipline in the home, then it's going to be fine. Discipline is the important factor. And of course, a lot of sugar can be counterproductive when you're trying to you're just starting out this program and you're trying to build that discipline in your family. Then obviously cutting out any kind of like sugary drinks or things that can make them hyper, that's only going to help you. And that's where this is coming from. And same thing with the electronics. It's just trying to help you to make the books more appealing. Like I said, these are not just very easy readers. These are serious books. Some of these are really meaty books, and cutting out the electronics, that's going to only help you to make those books more appealing to your children. That's really where these rules are coming from. So take them and customize them how you want. Just realize again that these were beneficial in achieving those awesome results. All right, so that's it for this video on the rules. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. And I'll see you in the next video. We're going to talk about other frequently asked questions such as special needs.